freaking
It's
pop-ups
it
off.
has temporary hit points then. It was not onslaught. I forgot.
Okay.
So, but it has really good perks. So that's made for you because it's like a walking fortress. That
This
class.
is on. This is on, Mr. B. We're back, and Sonny is already
Yes, spitting propaganda, blah blah.
yeah, demeaning my abilities and
Demeaning your abilities? No, it was just a game hint or a game advice.
back for Wiener Talk 2.0 says Ice says Brandon. Wiener Talk 2.0. Oh, somebody needs to do a live like Wiener cooking stream. That'll be funny. Hey, War
I've
Teddy.
actually thought about it because I have my own recipes for sauces, like a spicy curry sauce and all these other things that I do with chicken.
I thought you were about to say tomato then. It's like it's gonna be spaghetti tomato sauce.
So that
he has that too.
Yeah, I
Hey,
do have
White
that
Shadow.
too. Couple different ones for spaghetti sauce, yeah.
But
I don't have any that do one. Okay.
someone inviting me to the team.
I just know that a lot of people don't know how to make a good sauce for their chicken that's spicy, and you can have with rice or with something at home. Like I always see people saying they have to order out. Requires you to get like 3 or 4 different types of stuff and mix it all together.
Ingredients?
Yeah, but what I mean is like the problem is if you go to the store and buy one chicken curry sauce, it's not good. But if you buy the chicken curry sauce and you buy Thai, red Thai pepper sauce, and you buy
he's mixing his sauces. He's mixing his sauces, everybody.
Mix stuff together in certain proportions.
Yeah, it's called ingredients.
You get a really good. But usually an ingredient isn't a sauce that's already made in a store.
Well, no, ingredients is anything that makes to combine it. So your ingredient is this sauce, this spice, and this spice. Those are all ingredients that you mix together.
All right.
Saucy.
And yes, yeah.
Quest for chicken.
Yes.
It was going to be like the Geek's Bachelor cooking class or something like that. Like simple and easy stuff you can make at home by mixing.
Dance, monkey!
Stop shooting me!
Dance, monkey! Dance, monkey!
God damn it!
Dance! Dance, you little monkey! Come on!
God damn it! Why am I laughing? You're shooting me! You're shooting me and I'm laughing! Oh, dear lord.
He's blowing up my little R2-D2.
Brandon says, they're shooting each other now. Try sprinkling mozzarella with red sauce on a hot dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheese.
Yeah, pizza dog.
Pizza dog.
Yeah, you can even put pepperonis on them.
I wonder
All right, let's go. Where are we going?
Currywurst dog would work.
On to the mission.
So we're going to do extreme difficulty, last mission, and fight the queen, right? With level 1 guys.
Let's do it.
I'm spitting on your shoe. Goddamn Texas.
What?
What?
I almost said.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really lost on that one.
I almost said a Texas Tyrannosaurus.
Oh.
Is he abusing everyone? Has John just abused the state of Texas?
Yes.
It's not me. It's not me. It's not only me insulting whole countries or regions. So there's John.
Waiting for you guys to join the mission.
Oh, we gotta.
Oh
join.
yeah, you gotta join.
Yeah, you can't just suck us in like normal games.
No. Anybody got money cards? Oh, I do. I got bonus 2 times credit. Here we go. All we gotta do is finish the mission.
Mr. V says, here's a question. What's a kibesa? A hot dog or a sausage?
I think that's more of a sausage than
I'd say a sausage family.
Yeah.
It's in the sausage family. I don't know.
But I think a kielbasa is on its own, like it's its own thing.
Mikey's in there. Mikey's in there. Sausage. Mikey's in
all
there.
These, like, all this stuff is in the sausage.
Have you ever
like if you go buy it, it's probably in with the sausages, so that's why I would say it's the sausage family.
Have you ever had a Cumberland? Have you ever had a Cumberland sausage?
And that goes to your
Not
argument,
sure.
Mark, because, like,
a Cumberland sausage is from Cumberland in Lancashire, and it curls all the way around, so it forms a circle.
No.
Then that's like isn't that like a ring, a headgear?
It's like a ring,
Halo?
yeah. It's like a ring, but it's a sausage called
It's
a
a
Cumberland.
sausage crown.
It's called a Cumberland.
No, I don't think.
Never had a Cumberland.
No, because I don't think they make those here. Well, maybe not commercially. They don't make those here in the U.S., but there's probably a city or a town that has somebody that does make them, but they don't get out of that town, you know.
So
the
casings over, the sausage casings over here are a lot thicker than a typical hot dog. Like a hot dog, this is what I was trying to get at before, like what I would consider a hot dog as a really thin casing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's made with like a lamb or something, the really thin ones. But if you get if you use like a beef casing, it's going to be thicker. Yeah.
Biggest question, says Brandon, is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yes.
It's
meat between two pieces of bread.
Oh, controversial.
I know it is. Yeah.
Sandwich
but
is actually,
I believe
sandwich is actually a place in England.
It is.
It is.
Of course it is. Everything comes back to this country. I told you, the motherland.
Well,
everything
I'm sure
back.
we have. I mean, we've got cities that are or towns that are named sex and intercourse. So, like, I'm sure there's a sandwich town here too.
Sandwich town.
Yeah, it would have been named after. It would have probably been named after Mr. Sandwich, who probably came over from England. Mr. B says it's one piece of bread. Oh. Does that change things?
Well, like, it's kind of like when you use one piece of bread to make a peanut butter.
You can make a sandwich with one piece of bread.
You fold the bread in half to make the peanut butter and jam sandwich.
Oh. G-Force says, Sonny, do you want to weigh in on where sandwiches were derived?
Well,
no
actually,
started.
Britain.
I actually think the
Earl of Sandwich. The Earl of Sandwich. That's, I think that has a lot to do with it.
There you go. The original. And what was in it?
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember that.
Cucumber. Cucumber sandwiches.
Yeah. Was it a cucumber sandwich? Gross.
The original. The original. And what do you have with it? It's poignant that we talk about this today, given the weekend. What do you have with your cucumber sandwich?
Beer.
No.
It's German. You always have beer.
No, it's English. the Earl of Sandwich is English.
I know.
Beer is English?
Beer is also English.
No, I was saying, like, in Germany you would have beer with your sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
Ah! I got jumped.
I think beer is Egyptian, actually.
Yeah.
The Assyrians had it before the Egyptians.
Did they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tea.
Oh, no one drinks tea.
Everyone drinks tea.
I've heard tea.
I'm not sure if I'm liking this gun.
Hey, Rolando. How's it going, dude? Brandon's drinking tea right now. Brandon, you beautiful man. You beautiful soul, you. Brandon's more Canadian, I think.
Yeah, he's right on the border.
Yeah. Oh,
get off of me.
When I think of Brandon, I always think of him as a Occidental, to be honest, more than anything. You know,
that's what I've always wondered, like where Brandon lives, like, can't you walk off into a field and like just walk across the border and be in Canada? Like, are there?
Is he that close to it?
It's not like they're watching every square inch of the border between
they are.
States and Canada, right?
No,
can't you
as
just
far as I
walk
know,
into
they
a
are.
field and...
Or we're going over one this way.
See, I always thought Mikey was a bit suave and sophisticated as well, and it's true. He says he's brewing up some loyalist tea himself right now, you see?
Hey, there's an alien here.
Kill it. Got one breathing on the other side of the door, I think.
Looks like we got ourselves a breather.
Yeah, I hear something.
So, what are you guys? Do you guys doing anything tonight? Is it there's a fight? Is it or is it on? It's on Monday, isn't it? What's the typical?
All weekend long, everybody will be blowing things up.
There'll be fireworks all weekend long.
Fireworks
and in Florida, people like shoot their guns into the sky, and they'll be like.
Where do you live? Like, not here.
Danny used to do that, remember?
What? No, he didn't.
He did. He took the 45 outside and shot it into the air.
Does anybody put their head in their hands and cry?
No.
And go, what if?
I don't think so.
What if? Or if only?
Well, if only we had done it sooner.
God damn that George Washington. That crazy, rebellious Englishman. He's from Derby, I think. If you think about it, it's basically like, say if me and some of my mates got together and said, right, we aren't going to pay our tax anymore, and so we're going to create this little bit that we're living in. We're going to call it the United States of MoNKey-LiZaRD. Oh, who's that? John's down.
Man,
John's down.
I would really like to have hot dogs. Guess I have to go to the shops.
G4 says real men drink coffee. The funny thing is, I actually don't drink tea. I actually prefer coffee.
Oh, really? Do you have a
I don't drink coffee. I never liked it.
Do you use beans or already like blended coffee?
Me?
Yeah.
I get Starbucks delivered.
Ugh.
Or Costa.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't think rum ever. I don't think I've ever heard him cook or even make a drink.
I don't.
Everything is ordered.
Get a blender or how it's called, and get Montreal coffee.
I've got one of those Tassimo machines, but they're not very good.
No, not Tassimo. Like what you use to grind those beans, and then buy a coffee machine with integrated blender, and get a Montreal best coffee.
Just
John, you should send out your little probing robot, your pup, your other special feature. Yeah, it marks them. And later on, any marked ones will take additional damage once you unlock the perk.
And no, Bob, it's not German propaganda. Montreal is from the Dominican Republic.
I actually love coffee. I'm much more of a coffee fan than a tea fan, to be honest.
Coffee's great.
I've got a bit of a coffee addiction. I have
Good coffee.
I even like iced coffee.
You.
I even like iced coffee. I've got a fridge full of iced coffee.
Gross.
Got an iced coffee obsession.
Iced coffee's pretty good.
If you go to Spain, they have like
Spanish coffee is great.
they have these
not
like
Spanish coffee, but
yeah, they have like these vats of like coffee and ice, just these huge vats. I don't know what they call it over there, but that stuff's incredible. Do you know what I mean? A really strong coffee in like these huge vats that are spinning around, and it's just coffee and ice all like crushed up into this like coffee slush. It might just be in
7-Eleven.
Catalonia.
Coffee slushies. 7-Eleven.
Yeah, but it's like really, really strong coffee. Like
yeah, it's typical for the Spanish. But that's how it should be.
Have I ever hit you guys with this one? The chocolate and cheese thing.
What?
John, pop your ammo thing. I need ammo.
Oh, cheesecake.
I can't get it with all the...
Chocolate cheesecake is nice.
So here we go. So think about how awesome, like,
lemon cheesecake is great.
Chocolate and cheese are both, like, exceptional things. Like, because if you think about it for a little while, every single thing that you can think of eating, and most of the time drinking even, you can either add cheese or chocolate to it. If you cannot put cheese on it, you can put chocolate and it'll be good. If you cannot put chocolate on it, if you cannot put chocolate on it, you can put cheese on it and it'll be good. But every single thing you can think of can either have chocolate or cheese. And some items can have both, you know. So it's really interesting when you think about it that, like...
Ghost says, oh no, not this again. I don't know if I'm following you. I don't know if I'm following you, actually. John, can you start that again? Because I'm not sure I'm...
Like ice cream, for example. You might not put cheese on it, but you're going to put chocolate on it.
Yeah.
So it takes chocolate or cheese, you know?
Yeah, but you wouldn't put...
Celery sticks.
You wouldn't put cheese on ice cream, though, would you?
No, or.
No, but you'd put chocolate. Not and, it's or.
Oh. So what's the... I don't get it, then. So what's the... So you're saying everything can either have chocolate
or cheese.
Everything.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, you can.
I want to try and... No, hold on. I'm going to try and beat you on this one. Oh, I'm dead. Everything. Fish?
You could put cheese on it.
Yeah, I suppose so.
The McDonald's fish has cheese for some reason.
We don't have McDonald's fish anymore.
You don't have the fish fillet?
No, it's gone.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's gone. That went years
You're
ago.
lucky.
I actually quite fancy one, but it's gone. Cheese, yeah.
They claim it's still one of their biggest sellers over here, even though I never see anyone order it, but...
Who goes to McDonald's to eat fish?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. That's
Mr.
It started because of the Catholics can't eat meat on on Fridays.
Oh,
so they started. Back in the '60s, they came up with the fish fillet.
Yeah, and the Catholics would go to McDonald's on Fridays. Yeah, right.
Apparently they did. They've sold billions of them. So.
Holy.
Mr. B says, would you put cheese on chocolate ice cream?
I think that's gross.
No, but that.
But you'd put chocolate sauce.
He's beating you.
Chocolate on
He's beating you. He's beating you.
No, because that has chocolate. It's chocolate.
You'd put chocolate Hershey syrup on chocolate ice cream.
Certainly
so there's
not.
chocolate on ice cream.
Certainly not Cadbury's chocolate, not Hershey's.
No.
That's sacrilege.
That stuff doesn't exist. You only get Cadbury eggs. That's it.
Cadbury eggs are good.
Oh, I love
That's
them.
the only Cadbury product I think I know of in the States is eggs.
Generally, that's all we get. Yeah. We don't get
Everything else is Hershey's.
And we usually only get it during
Easter.
During Easter.
I'll have to send you some.
Yeah.
Cadbury chocolate's good. You never had a.
We got some that came behind.
Never had a Cadbury caramel. Oh. Ghost, you're right. Poor England. No AC, no hot dogs, and no McDonald's.
I need to send you.
Exactly.
Bob, I need to send you a mystery box.
Sonny, you don't have to send me anything. Honest to God, you really don't. I just really appreciate having my weekly dose of German propaganda.
You know what I find weird about this
my life
Lancer
would not be the
character?
Same. My life would not be the same.
Is it
if I send you a mystery box, then your life wouldn't be the same.
Speaking
anymore.
of mystery boxes, here's one.
Ooh. Tunnel's found a box. Oh, aliens in there. There's aliens in there. God damn it. Oh, the door's shut. That's weird.
Yeah,
You see it open. There you are.
Yeah, there we go.
I turned around and I was like, what are you talking about? The door is shut. That's funny. I need health.
We need a new master.
100 hit points.
We do, ghosts. We do. Oh.
Ah!
The tunnel's down.
Yeah,
I'm
I have 100 life.
I'm gonna be down in a minute, so hopefully John's reviving you.
Same deal as the generator. Expect little friends to pop out all over when this turns on.
Well, if you don't want it, I might send it to Connor instead.
What's Connor saying?
Set up a perimeter, then hit the call button.
What's he say?
Is this the one where we have to back into the elevator after a little while?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
God, I really want a hot dog. Right, is this set right? Do you know you can get like microwave cheeseburgers and microwave hot dogs?
Wow.
Yeah.
I actually love those.
You can, but you don't want to eat those.
I actually get those.
Disgusting.
If I ever do go to the supermarket, I actually do get those.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
I quite like them.
Wow.
And you get a little packet of like mustard and tomato ketchup. Take 1 minute in the microwave.
Ugh.
Here they come. This is a big damn signal.
Oh! That's Mr. B got you. Raspberry. You can get a raspberry cheesecake.
You put chocolate on raspberries.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, that's true.
Well, it's in the name. It has cheese already on it.
I like
Cheesecake is made with cheese.
I think you're just saying raspberries on their own. Like
I like toasted bread.
Raspberries?
With,
yeah, you would do chocolate-covered raspberries.
Cream cheese and raspberry jar works well.
Oh no, Mr. B's talking about something else.
Oh.
Cream cheese and raspberry jar. That's great.
What about pork?
What about it? Like, what type of pork? You eat
Well, what
pork
about-
chops?
Yeah.
Pulled pork?
Yeah.
People put cheese on all kinds of pork.
Not on pork.
Yeah, why wouldn't
I've never had, honestly, I wouldn't put cheese on a pork chop, and
No.
I wouldn't put chocolate on it.
Exactly.
And pulled pork, you don't put cheese on pulled
Exactly.
pork or
I'll give-
chocolate. You put coleslaw
Also,
and barbecue
I've
sauce.
won!
No,
I've won! I've
no.
won!
Yeah.
Yes!
You
Yes.
might not.
I've
You
won.
listen.
I haven't
I've
seen
won.
a single restaurant or anybody put
Yeah.
cheese on a pulled pork sandwich.
Bob's won.
Well,
Bob's
Why
won.
wouldn't
Imagine-
you? I would. Like,
Oh,
to
but
me,
They
that's-
cheese and
don't, so
pork
you
chops.
don't put it on there. It does.
And
That's
that-
not how
No,
it
but-
comes.
I'm saying that you can
And I
do
wouldn't.
it and it would taste good.
No way.
I don't think so.
No
Pulled
way.
pork,
I think
because I've had pulled pork in a quesadilla before. John Maher made us pulled pork
No,
quesadillas
let's
with
just stick
cheese.
pork
Oh,
chops.
Yeah, that would have
awful.
cheese.
Pork
Yeah.
It was
chops.
awesome.
Pork chops. Let's stick with
But
pork
a
chops.
pork chop, not with cheese.
Pork chops.
I doubt that neither. I think neither chocolate nor cheese would work with sauerkraut, though.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, you know, sauerkraut might
No,
actually.
no, I actually won. I actually won this.
No,
Before-
I think you
Sonny
won with
played
the
tough.
pork, Rum. I'm on your side.
yeah,
I'm
no.
with you, Rum. It's pork.
No,
Tunnels rules.
I'm not saying
Tunnels
that
rules.
you personally would not like it because
Tunnels
I
ruled,
personally
John.
would not like. I personally don't.
I'm
like
not saying personally like or not. I'm saying I've never seen it outside of a quesadilla.
But I'm telling
But a
you
pulled
that
pork sandwich
someone-
doesn't come with it. We
Pork
can get in
chop.
the elevator.
I'm just saying that you know someone out there would do it because, like, personally, I don't like celery with cheese or chocolate, but I know that someone out there would probably put cheese.
No,
on
you put
celery.
peanut
They
butter
would
and
dip-
raisins and make ants on a log.
Oh, we're coming up with all
Someone
kinds
would
of things
dip
now.
celery into cheese dip and eat it. That's a possibility, is what I'm saying. All I'm
John,
saying.
your
Yeah.
thing's just been blown out of the water now. We've got sauerkraut, we've got bloody pork chops, we've got celery, we've
Pork
just
chops have
raisins.
cheese. Pork chops go with cheese. Pork chops
cho-
could be.
No.
Some people would use cheese with pork chops. Believe me.
I don't agree. I don't think I've seen anyone ever
It doesn't
put
matter if
cheese.
you've seen it or not. I mean, how many times do you see someone like put a fillet of fish on their plate and put shredded cheese on top of it? You know what I mean? You never see that.
You have cheese
know what
Well, I
sauce.
see it in commercials.
You have cheese sauce. You have cheese sauce with fish, don't you?
Cheese sauce, maybe.
Not over here. It's not a normal thing. Like what I'm saying is, if you get fish and chips, okay, over here, like you get a fish with some fries or something, you get that big fillet of fish that's breaded.
Uh-huh.
No one pours cheese sauce over that. You never
No.
see that in a restaurant. But yet you know it would go good together. You know that someone would probably do it.
I don't
That's
think
all I'm saying. You never see someone put cheese on a pork chop, but it would go with it.
This
because
sounds like-
other pork dishes have cheese with it. You know what I mean?
I'm detecting.
But sauerkraut, I will give you. I
No,
can't imagine
no, that's what
anyone
the Sonny
putting-
came up with. No, hold on, no.
I can't
No.
imagine anyone putting cheese or chocolate on sauerkraut. That might be the one.
God damn it.
That might be the one. Because it doesn't seem like those flavors would go good with cheese. Any meat, like any meat product, any meat in the world would probably go good with cheese if you tried it. You know what I mean? That's why any meat is off the table. You would use cheese with meat. But yeah, sauerkraut and like any fruit, no matter what fruit it is, you could see someone using chocolate sauce on it. So all fruits are out. But yeah, sauerkraut, because of the mixture of those flavors, probably wouldn't go good with cheese or chocolate. That might be the one. You know how many years it's taken people to come up with that? I've been bringing this up probably for 10 years now.
John, we've just debunked it in about 5 minutes. Like, with multiple things.
Multiple? We only
Yeah.
had sauerkraut. What's the other ones?
Pork chops, celery.
No, celery people put cheese on. Don't believe me. And I've seen people put chocolate on celery before. I don't think it's good, but I've seen it before.
Can you hear me?
Pork chop would be cheese because it's a meat.
Yeah.
All meat can have cheese on it. No matter what meat product it is, it can go with cheese.
Man, I think John is on a cheese chocolate rampage.
Rampage. The only thing I ever heard someone come up with before was jams. They were like, but I was like, how often do you eat a jam alone, just by itself? You don't just pick up spoonfuls of
Can you
jam
hear
and eat
me?
it.
Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. B says caviar.
Yeah.
Caviar.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't think you would put cheese or chocolate on caviar.
Yeah.
I don't think it's done, but I bet you if you tried it.
If you tried putting cheese, or you'd probably be looked at in a very strange way.
Oh, you would be looked at in a strange way, but I don't know. I mean, I don't like caviar on its own, so
What's
I don't
Brandon
know how.
got? Brandon's just debunked you as well. I missed it. What did Brandon say? Ghost, what did Brandon? Everyone's debunked it and like, oh, I broke the sauerkraut rule with a Reuben sandwich. What's that? It's a Reuben
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's cheese. You could. Well, the Reuben doesn't usually have cheese on it, does it? Isn't
Reuben
it just
sandwich, Swiss cheese, sauerkraut, and corned beef. Says Ghost.
Oh yeah,
so
and
there's
dressing.
cheese.
Yeah.
So Sonny
there's
has not
cheese.
won. Sonny has not won. We go back to the pork
I forgot
chop.
about the Reuben. You're right.
Well,
yeah.
the thing is that
sorry, Sonny.
That sauerkraut is just an add-on.
Sorry, Sonny.
It's an add-on.
Good
Yeah,
effort.
but you
Good
know,
Yeah,
effort.
it's like a topping reverses
It's
of
an
meal.
add-on.
Yeah, but it's like
Good effort, good
yeah,
effort, Sonny. But let's revert
I-
back.
No.
And
We also have like
pork
I
chop
had
is a
here
meat, and all meat goes with cheese.
a Hessian sandwich, which was made with a special kind of Hessian cheese and sauerkraut.
And
yeah,
pickles.
but both were the main ingredients. I was just topping. So if we include that, you will find even meals which have cheese and chocolate on them.
Yeah, you will. Yeah.
Chocolate and fresh cheese. Here in Germany, you can even buy a fresh cheese
Mikey
which
says
has chocolate flavor,
Mikey says kamichi.
or cream cheese with chocolate flavor. That's here in Germany. It's available here.
I'm not listening to Ghost. He keeps trying to debunk pork chops. I'm not listening to you, Ghost.
Yeah, pork chops is a meat. All meat can have cheese on it, so don't. Yeah.
Oh, this is a new rule.
What do you mean a new
Have
rule?
you just changed the rules?
Think about it. Think about
You
it.
just
Even
changed the
spam.
rules.
You're telling me that there's a single meat you would not put cheese on.
Pork.
Name a meat you would not. No, we already determined people put pork in cheese quesadillas.
Pork chops.
You have a pork and cheese quesadilla.
Pork chops.
No,
If
but
someone, someone out there will put cheese on a pork chop and they will like it.
Who?
It will go with it in certain circumstances.
Who? Made up man number one.
I'm not saying like you personally would never do it.
Clone number
I'm saying
12.
You could imagine someone doing it, like,
I can't.
and it would probably be good. Cause like, why wouldn't cheese and pork taste good together? They do. They do taste good. I've had it before.
Yeah.
And they taste good together.
Yeah,
So
because I've had
therefore-
pulled pork in a quesadilla before.
Yeah.
You're right.
So
Yeah.
that
therefore,
works.
just because you would never put cheese on a pork chop doesn't mean it can't go together. You know what I mean?
Mikey says bacon.
So it's
cheeseburger
just
already
caviar
debunks pork.
then that can't really
Well,
work.
I'm almost thinking that.
I don't think fish, eggs, and cheese would work.
Yeah, I mean, I personally don't think so either, because I don't like fish eggs to begin with. I think they're the most
See, I
terrible,
think, but
grossest
I think
thing.
that's kind of where you're kind of on a weird line there, because you could say you can put it on it, but the point isn't the point of your whole becoming would be like the flavors work together.
Yeah,
either
it has
chocolate
to.
or
Yes.
cheese work together.
Yeah,
So I don't think cheese and fish eggs would work together, and neither would chocolate and fish eggs.
Well, are you sure about that with the chocolate?
Well, no, because I've never
'Cause
even eaten
I know.
caviar, but
Because think
and
about
I
it, people
wouldn't.
do chocolate-covered grasshoppers. You know what I mean?
What?
Like, and you wouldn't normally.
Yeah, that's
you wouldn't
true.
Normally
Chocolate-covered
think,
ants, grasshoppers,
you wouldn't-
mealworms.
You wouldn't normally think like I'm gonna cover my grasshoppers with chocolate.
No one,
You wouldn't
Yeah.
no
normally
one,
think
no
that.
one really
So-
considers eating grasshoppers unless you're.
No,
What are
they
you
do.
talking about?
Rum, where do you
Yeah, where are
live?
you from?
What?
There's chocolate-covered ants, chocolate-covered grasshoppers. There's all
Mealworms,
kinds of
everything.
Mealworms.
Unless you're in
Yeah.
unless you're like in some like weird.
You guys,
like,
I started another campaign, so you can join.
Rum, there are restaurants here that only serve bugs.
Look,
What are
in
you
Asia
talking about?
maybe, but not anywhere
No,
else.
there's
surely.
ones in the States that
What?
only serve bugs.
Yeah, it is
You
an
guys are
Asian restaurant in the
crazy.
States.
You guys are crazy.
It probably, I don't know if it is, but it could be, yeah.
So,
No, but you could get them like in stores. Certain stores here will
Yeah.
sell chocolate-covered insects
Even
that
Whole
you eat.
Foods. Yeah, even
Yeah,
Whole
that's what I
Foods
mean.
has-
Like Whole
yeah.
Foods, the fancy stores.
Yeah, Whole Foods has chocolate-covered grasshoppers. You can just go buy them in the grocery store. In like a bag of chips.
Yeah.
I think I'll.
I don't personally eat them, but
No.
they do make it.
No, I've had one before, but I don't want to. I don't want to go out and grab them and just be like, "Yeah, let's get a bag of those." No.
Rabbit.
It's a meat. You,
You
would
could-
have cheese with it.
No cheese with rabbit.
Chocolate-covered rabbit.
No cheese with rabbit.
Chocolate-covered squirrel brains.
yeah.
Chilled
Tuna
monkey
with
brains.
chocolate sauce.
Chilled monkey brains.
Chilled monkey brains would go good with chocolate.
Take a sidearm. Fireteam. Honaker don't have any BAs.
Monkey socks with
What
cheese.
about brains?
That's a different
Oh.
kind of cheese there, Sonny.
That's just put everyone off. That's just ended the food conversation. Now I don't feel hungry at all. Convulsing now. Yeah. So I've lost my appetite now.
Well, who brought up the monkey socks in the first place?
You did. I didn't bring it up.
No, you had the idea with monkey socks, if I recall right.
I don't think I invented the monkey sock. It's been around for years.
Yeah. That's what they all say.
G-Force says onion rings. No, you have those on your cheeseburger, don't you? To be fair, your onion ring.
Yeah, it'd be cheese. Onion rings go with cheese. Yeah. Pretty much all vegetables and would be. I mean, there's a lot of vegetables you can even use chocolate on, but almost all vegetables go with a cheese dip. You know, people put out a plate of vegetables and they usually have a cheese dip as one of the dip options. You know,
That could be another name for a monkey sock, a cheese dip.
cheese dip. Yeah.
You know, the smart gun works really well with the phalanx because you could, if you stand still, you get the bonus damage, and the smart gun just tracks all the automatically targets and tracks with them.
The phalanx?
Or with the lancer. Sorry, I keep getting them
He
mixed
can't
up.
use a pulse rifle either. He has close quarter weapons and heavy
Yeah,
weapons.
well, I mean, the lancer with the smart machine gun is pretty good because it automatically tracks the aliens,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you get the bonus without, because if you move, the bonus goes away. So
He works even better with the Gatling gun, though.
I want
Because,
to get the new gun.
If you use his ability, the ammunition gets subtracted from your total instead of your magazine. That's really good.
Ah, okay, that's what. Yeah.
Ah, it's got me.
Mm?
Now, butter shouldn't be toxic, but I wouldn't soak in it.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I cooked anything. Well, it's putting a pizza in the oven. Counts cooking.
I mean, that kind of counts, yeah. Pop-Tarts, right?
I haven't had Pop-Tarts in years.
Pop tarts.
I put a pizza in the oven 2 days ago. So that counts. And I made
You
a
should
pot
take
noodle.
it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should take it out.
Yeah.
It's probably done, Rob. Oh no.
G-Force has to go and get gas for his mower today.
Dragon, pop your thing. I need ammo. If you're still the recon.
Ghost has the same idea. Should be done by now. You guys are hilarious. Honestly.
Well, you said he put it in 2 days ago. It doesn't take that long to cook.
Honest to God.
This game still has the broken sound. I'm getting the machine gun going off in the background again.
I'd like to quote something from Full Metal Jacket, to be honest. Is it Full Metal Jacket? Well then, what do we got here? A comedian, private joker. Hell, sir, I admire your honesty. I'd like to take you home so you can do something rude to my sister. Is that Full Metal Jacket?
Ah.
I'll cut out the swear words.
Yeah, I think so. It sounds about right to me.
It is private joker, isn't he? He's the one with
yeah.
yeah.
Only thing from Texas is steers and queers, and I don't see any horns on you, boy.
Yeah. Great film on us.
No power to the door. Get the backup generator far into the room.
Full Metal Jacket.
7.62 millimeter. Hey, Joker.
Oh, you got the voice. You got the voice as well. You
did he shoot Joker?
A little bit.
No. He shot him. He shot the drill sergeant, then shot himself.
Drill sergeant. That's
He's
like, you numbnuts.
If you go a couple of octaves down, you've got his voice down there.
Yeah.
Can you do
I
it?
probably tried.
Go on. I think you've got it.
Oh, come, Shawnee.
Hey, Joker. Nah, this doesn't
Not
sound
bad.
right.
You've got
Get it off! Get it off!
What is your major malfunction, Private Pile?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Oh, you got it? Alright.
Sentry deployed. You hear that? They're coming.
That was all filmed in England, you know. Even the bits that look like they're in... You know the bit at the
Everything's
end where,
filmed in England.
when they're like
It's either England or Vancouver.
Is that linked to Elstree Studios? Was that area or not?
No, it's like it was an abandoned like industrial area in the south. You know when they're hunting down the sniper, and they're just walking through all those abandoned like shot buildings and stuff. You can sort of tell then, but only when someone tells you. They go, oh yeah.
You know what I've always wondered about? Like, I gotta take like some kind of, I guess now I could watch it on YouTube, right? Like, I gotta look up some film history type things, because to me it feels like, and I know this can't possibly be true, right? to me it feels like growing up, films were made in the United States, Vancouver, Canada, Britain, England, you know,
I bet if you,
or Hong Kong, right?
I bet if you named your
So,
top 10 films, most of them were filmed in England.
but what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, there was only 4 places in the world where movies were made. Hong Kong, Vancouver, Britain, and the United States.
Australia opened up in the 2000s and started. They
Well,
went
that's what I'm saying. When did I mean I said growing up, like 70s and 80s.
yeah.
So when did like Bollywood start? You know what I mean? When did they start making movies
Oh,
in
you're
India?
talking about English language films. I mean, if you considering world
Like,
cinema, like I mean, they make
that's what I'm
more.
saying. Like,
So
it can't be true, right?
no,
There
well,
had to have been movies in other
oh
countries.
yeah.
Right?
I mean, there's the two markets. Oh, there's 3 markets that if you're talking about worldwide, that are probably even bigger than. So, for example, if you in France, they have a law that says 90% of films that are shown in the cinema have to be French speaking. So French cinema is massive. You just don't know about it because most of the films are in French, and we only really get the sort of standout ones, you know.
And have they been making films since like the
Yeah.
60s and
Oh,
70s?
same
Yeah.
as us. Same as us.
Yeah, so that's what I'm wondering. Like,
Egyptian cinema is actually massive. So they have a huge, but again, it's all mostly filmed in Egyptian.
it's coming right for us.
Nigeria. Nigeria.
What'd you say? Nigeria.
Took our
has a lot of
jobs.
films?
Yeah. But yeah, if you're just talking about English cinema, English speaking, then it's obviously
and then the other thing I want to know is like where did it start? Like where did the idea? Like I know they always show that guy on a racehorse as it's credited as being the first moving picture, but is that really true? You know what? Don't you think there would have been someone sitting in the middle of India and like or China or something and put
Came up with the same idea.
Yeah, like is that, or are we just saying that's the first English film? You know,
I
what
think
mean?
it was.
With the guy,
I think
the
it was.
guy
In,
riding on the
I think
horse.
the first film was made in France. I think, wasn't it?
And they always show the famous one with the train because people actually thought they were ducking in the movie theater because they actually thought the train was going to come off the screen and hit them. You know, one of the first films was a train coming straight at the screen, you know.
Ghost says
I
Italy
could
and
use some
Japan.
ammo, John, if you want to pop your case.
Italy and Japan have huge markets too.
I'm like kind of just talking like when films started out, you know, like and then stuff back in like the 50s
Moving
and 60s,
image,
like,
non-spoken moving image.
where were the biggest like
France,
in places
UK, France, UK, America, where you'd expect, I think. Italy.
And I guess part of it is like, who influenced who in a sense? Like, was it all independently, or was it all independently coming around at the same time? You know what I mean? Like it's kind of, in a lot of ways. I mean, by today's thing, like, I see a lot of Bollywood films that are mimicking American films. You know, like they'll do a Bollywood version of Terminator. They'll do a Bollywood version of, you know what I mean? So it's like, well, they're taking all the good films from the 80s and doing a Bollywood version of it, you know? So you can see a clear influence of the United States film industry on that film industry today. You know what I mean?
Well, I would say Bollywood is more influenced by the early musicals, really, because it's a lot more song and dance in Bollywood films.
Oh, well, yeah, that's why it's called Bollywood. I mean...
Yeah, I think it's also because of the culture.
And like a lot of Mexican television shows and Mexican films are totally based on or even blatant rip-offs of United States films and television, you know? So it's kind of like what, has that always been the case, or did they have
Come
their
on,
own original stories in like the 40s and 50s?
Well, English is one of the most widely spoken languages, so so Hollywood films are by far the most worldwide distributed. But that's not to say that countries don't have their own cinema,
That's what I mean.
cinematic
Yeah, that's what I'm
history.
trying to
I mean,
get at. Like,
every country does. You just don't know about it, really.
Yeah, I think every country had their own movies when we were growing up.
For
Like,
sure.
we just didn't see them or know about them because it wasn't national at that point, You had the few films in the 70s and 80s that came over as French noir film, or whatever, but it wasn't a popular thing in the U.S.
To be honest, John, we probably were lucky in America. You probably have had less exposure to world cinema than perhaps we did, because we would get all the American we would get all the American films plus.
And especially where we grew up,
Yeah.
like,
we grew up in a small farm community. We were lucky if we had one film.
We had to go like 2 towns over to get to a movie theater,
Yeah. But I guess some of what I'm interested in knowing is, like, is there something as major and big as Star Wars, but in,
well, any Bollywood movie.
In like Indonesia.
No, Star Wars is. I don't think.
Like, is there something that every Indonesian kid in the world watched, and they were like, "This is amazing! It's like better than Star Wars," and like, if only the rest of the world had seen this and grown up with it, they would have agreed.
I think science fiction.
By today's standards, you're gonna look at it and go, "Nah, it's not that good," because we already have Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like,
I think science fiction is one of those genres that definitely has its roots in. I wouldn't just say America, because there's a lot of writers from England, from the UK, that have contributed massively to science fiction, going back to the Industrial Revolution. Going back hundreds of years, really. If you think about, a couple of hundred
bring
years.
Up something like, what about an Indiana Jones? You know what I mean? What if there's a...
See, the problem is those were worldwide movies, though.
Like, did someone in Nigeria come up with a way better way to tell the story of an archaeologist smuggler?
I don't think so, because they had Indiana Jones to watch.
I tell you what, G-Force has made a good point. Like, he's bringing up Bruce Lee, so if you want to talk about what was big in Asian cinema,
well, that's what I'm saying, Hong Kong. That's why Hong Kong was on the list. You know what I mean?
I hear the chest. I don't know where it's at, though.
Hong Kong cinema was a big thing when I was a kid. So that's why Hong Kong was on the list, because it crossed over to America. Probably because of Bruce Lee and those things. But well, actually, I mean, we got Hong Kong cinema way before Bruce Lee, anyway. So
replenish the hive.
Because we had, the flying guillotine and all that stuff way before. I think that was all before the 5 fingers of death, or whatever they had.
Oh, it's through this door. Okay.
The 36 chambers of
yeah, it's through the door.
36 chambers of Shaolin.
That's a nice movie.
Yeah, I think every place has their own cinema. But I mean, Star Wars and those big blockbusters. I mean, you wouldn't.
Here it is.
There aren't.
The interesting thing about India is, I mean, the Americans have Hollywood, and that's it. That's no. But they have multiple locations and bigger conglomerates. So there's even a competition between those places. Unlike where there's just, in America it's just Hollywood and that's it.
I don't know what you mean by that, Sonny.
I guess it was similar. I guess my question is similar. Like, why do franchises form out of things that are mostly like either Hong Kong cinema or American cinema? but they
Why
don't
different?
like even like it's like kind of like what we were talking about with the restaurants. Where we were like, McDonald's is an American company that went all over the world. Starbucks is an American company, but you
Well,
don't see like
it's about
you don't
scalability, isn't it? It's
you
about
don't often see like a British restaurant that's all over the world. You know what I mean? Like I can't.
well,
Even
it's about
in Britain is massive. Like you'd think that there'd be a British restaurant that went all over the world. It's a big franchise.
well, because it's about
So
scale. I can answer that. It's actually really easy to answer because it's about scalability. So,
is it? You mean because the United States is already so big that they go?
right.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah. So if you're fast food chains is a good example, like of you've got to compete with other fast food chains. So to set up a fast food chain over here, you know the numbers don't compare, do they? Like here's another way to look at it. Why is America why has America been the #1 superpower for the last 100 years? Is it because do you think it's because you're brainier?
For
No.
how long?
Well,
For how long?
certainly since the turn of the last century. So the
Yeah,
20th,
the last
the
century.
20th century.
Yeah.
You know, it's because of the scale. So
It's capitalism, really. You know?
Pretty much
well,
since after World War One, if you will.
It's scalability, isn't it? So the next superpower is going to be China. It's not because they're brainier, it's because
They already are.
Well, exactly.
They already are a
They've got
superpower.
they've got the numbers.
They got the productivity. If you look at China and what they did in the last like from the last century to now,
Need ammo.
they copied Germany from 1810 and until World War One. What Germany did,
They've been copying everyone.
produced cheap.
They've been copying everyone. Oh.
So is that the same
they produced
reason
cheap,
that
they copied
is
a
that?
lot.
So would you say that's the same reason that film franchises that were created in America have taken over the world?
Oh,
and
whoops,
become
I got the wrong
franchises? Or
spot.
you know what I mean?
I gotta go down.
Like why hasn't a Nigerian story become like a franchise and taken over the world?
Well, would
Like-
you
like-
say?
Because
Would
they
you
have no
say?
money.
Well,
Yeah.
would you say though? Be careful. Like, if you look at Disney or you look at a lot of the stories that are being told, they're not American stories, John. I mean, most of the Disney.
I'm saying Star Wars, the Terminator, Alien franchise, Star Trek.
Is Harry Potter English or American? It's a Warner Brothers
There
studio.
you go.
But
Yeah, no, you're
is
right.
it-
Yeah.
So
Harry Potter's
not
British.
not all the stories are
Lord.
American stories. That's what I'm saying.
Was it
got wiped
was it
out.
also filmed? Like, well,
Yeah.
what was the studio which was filming Harry Potter?
Oh, they're filmed over here. They're filmed.
No,
Yeah,
but
but
that
what's the
is a
studio?
British franchise. You're right. And
No,
Yeah,
but if
franchise.
but
But
when
who's
you
the
say
company?
when you say franchise, it comes down to a story, isn't it? So
No. I mean the company.
No, but it comes
Who
down
filmed
to
Harry Potter?
yeah, but it comes down to a story, is what I'm saying. So if you're saying who's written the most prolific amount of science fiction stories, is another way of looking at it. Oh, we failed.
Yeah.
yeah.
Should have used duct tape.
Harry Potter.
I'm
and
just
the
trying to
Lost-
ask the question, like, why is most of the franchises, not just in food or movies or anything, but like, they seem to be American, and why? Like, why hasn't something from Central Africa taken over the world? Why hasn't something from, Japan? I mean, I guess there's
Well,
a
we've
few
got
things from
Godzilla.
Japan.
Yeah, I think
Columbus.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
every
Godzilla from Japan. Yeah.
I think every country's got contributions to popular culture. It's just scalability. So something that blows up in America has already got a huge market, and then a lot of people speak and understand English in the rest of the world, so you can easily scale. It's not to say there aren't other science fiction franchises or films around the rest of the world. What's Ghost saying? Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, James Bond, Doctor Who, Winnie the Pooh, Yeah, I mean, there's loads of story. If you look at
Yeah.
a lot of Disney films, they're often stories from other countries, aren't they?
Oh yeah, the
They're
base ones
not
like
the
Cinderella.
literature. Yeah, the
Those are all.
literature.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Yeah.
literature is, in fact, not many of them are actually American stories. They're mostly
No, no, and a
stories from
lot of
around
them
the
go
world.
back even further. Yeah. Well, some of them go all the way back to the Sumerians. You know, freaking Gilgamesh, right?
So it's the same thing with literature. The same question, like why is Shakespeare like considered, one of the biggest authors in the world ever? Well, it is in the English-speaking world, and it obviously has been translated. But you go to any country, and there'll be similar authors that have, you'll go, Arabian
Oh yeah.
Nights. Arabian
Um,
Nights is, a massive Arabic text that's, now.
India has stories that were written 14,000 years ago
Right,
that are still in
exactly.
circulation. Yeah. I
Ghost,
remember
yeah,
being in
Sherlock
Seattle
Holmes,
and
yeah,
I remember
Poirot.
being in Seattle and some of the friends I had that were from India are like, this story is 14,000 years old. It was written 14,000 years ago. And I was like, what? Like, mainstream United States history will tell you there was not even civilization 14,000 years ago. So how could this story be that old? But they're like, that's because they're wrong. They don't, like, Western civilization
There it
doesn't pay
is.
attention to
So
their
so
history.
Harry Potter is Warner Brothers Pictures. So even though the story
Yeah,
originated from Britain, it's
but
made in America.
it's still a
The
British
movie.
franchise
The
though.
Yeah,
movies, the
but
movies are
why
actually
does
the,
why
the
is there
movies
not like a
the movies are made in
um,
the movies are made in England.
yeah, yeah, but it's the producer and publisher might mostly be Americans.
Yeah, the studio, Warner Brothers. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but why isn't there like actually a studio like that in Britain, for example, with that magnitude?
We do have large studios, but this is the point I'm saying is we were talking about why have America got the largest companies, and it's about scalability. Because for a British company to compete against an American company, the American market is way bigger. So it's not to say we don't have large companies. I mean, we've got our large companies tend to be banks or oil companies are the ones that are still competing worldwide.
Yeah.
But it's
He's
like
trying to say. I think what Rum's trying to say is that like if you're a company in the United States and you start in New York, let's say, and you want to move into Pennsylvania and Ohio, like taking those steps, by the time you've moved across the United States to California, from New York to California, you're already designed and set up your business to easily step into Europe, to
exactly,
easily step
exactly.
into South Africa
You
or
got the
China
exactly,
or whatever. You know what I
exactly,
mean?
exactly.
Because you've used the entire United States and every state within it as your like expansion and testing ground, you're already set up to move into another country real easily. Where if you're just in Britain, it's more
Yes.
difficult to sort of branch out because that structure isn't already set up and already there.
Yeah, exactly. And you've got to be
Yeah.
you've got to have something very unique to then succeed if you do go out. So, I mean, if you just take all the automotive industry, I mean, UK does have a decent automotive industry, but they're very specialist cars. So, all of our mainstream cars like failed really in competition. So we most of the cars now in the UK that do succeed are specialize in their genre, like Land Rover or Range Rover um,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Mini. It's very specific market, isn't it? Mini
Is
or
BMW German
high
or
end
British?
cars.
Is BMW
Yeah,
British?
they earn Rover.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
bought a Rover
Yeah.
we stopped making Rover cars because they were like middle of the road, pretty standard crappy cars that why would you continue to make them? Whereas minis have always been successful. They've got a very designated segment of the market.
Same with the Volkswagen Beetle though. While the old Beetle was like for everyone, the Beetle from the millennia, that was quite an expensive car, and so is with the Rover, it's a more expensive car. While the Mini Cooper was just for anyone, it was easy to afford.
Yeah. Well, wasn't the Volkswagen originally nicknamed like the people's car?
That's what Volkswagen means.
Oh,
yeah.
That's what it actually means. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I tell you,
during the National Socialist time, when Ferdinand Porsche invented this car, or its predecessor was called the Kraft durch Freudewagen, which means the power through joy car, or power by joy car.
That's one market where there hasn't been a great deal of US success in the rest of the world, is the automotive industry.
Well, if you cars I do know about. If you go back in history, there were Peugeot, like in the 20s. Peugeot, whatever. How do you say that? Yeah.
Peugeot.
They were in America back in the 20s, like right alongside like the Model T and the Model A and stuff. Like.
No, I mean rest of the world, John. So you don't buy many American cars outside of America. You don't sell many.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
You don't sell many outside of America.
But I think the other side was true also. That was one industry that was coming over from Italy and France and even Germany in the 30s and stuff, was bringing cars over before any other products were coming over.
GeForce cheesy beans definitely have cheese on baked beans. Cheesy beans is a massive a baked potato, baked beans, and then cheese.
Oh, he got me.
Or cheesy bits instead of jiggly bits.
Star Wars is a very special film, John, though, isn't it? I don't think anyone in the world has made. I mean, there were science fiction films before Star Wars, but as a franchise.
Oh yeah. No, I was just thinking like, is there a better Indiana Jones? Is there a better Terminator franchise?
I don't think so.
I
like
think Alien
sci-fi
franchise. Like I was thinking of these big.
There's cheesier versions, but not better versions.
It's
yeah.
Like my brain
cheesier.
is going to science fiction stuff, which you're probably right is sort of an American thing, right?
I wouldn't just say American.
Well,
think
yeah,
of all the history
British. Yeah, the Doctor Who stuff goes way back from Britain, and they did great science fiction.
I mean, not just Doctor Who, but you've got loads of Tolkien. You've got loads of
yeah.
There have been some crossover.
It just fascinates me what becomes world popular and what doesn't. And what sticks around as a franchise that lasts 100 years and what doesn't.
Luc Besson,
Luc
Besson crossed over, didn't he, from French cinema?
Yeah. He did, yeah.
So he's one. So he did.
He became very well respected.
Verhoeven.
Verhoeven, he just made Dutch films, and he crossed over. So RoboCop and Total Recall and. That's Paul Verhoeven, isn't it? And Starship Troopers.
Quite a bunch of Germans too, like Roland Emmerich, and there was Wolfgang Petersen.
I need ammo, John. I want to pop your thing.
So Hollywood's really a bit of an amalgamation, isn't it? I mean, how many British directors as well are there in Hollywood, and how many films are made in Britain?
Yeah.
And how and we're not even talking about who writes the stories yet.
I don't think Roland Emmerich is any good though, but sure. You can include him if you want.
You can have him if you want.
He's not that good. Oh, Sonny got mad at me.
Yeah.
Wolfgang Petersen has ended it. That's it. You can keep him. Did he do Independence Day? That's Emmerich, isn't it?
Yeah.
What did Wolfgang Petersen make?
Roland Emmerich. That's what actually got me a little upset at him. Was because after Independence Day came out, I saw him on an interview, and he's like, "There you go. This proves it. I'm better than George Lucas. I'm better than Steven Spielberg." And he was serious. He was dead serious about it. He was like, "I am the greatest filmmaker that ever was." And I'm like, "That's bullshit, dude. Like, why would you say that? You know, like, what are you, an ass?"
It's got to be Steven Spielberg, hasn't it? I don't think anyone really can argue.
Either that or Ridley Scott. Like, Ridley Scott's made some really good movies. Sci-fi and otherwise, you know, so...
Ridley, he's made some bad ones, I suppose, but Steven Spielberg's... I suppose at that level, it's almost like...
I don't know. I don't know if I've seen a bad Ridley Scott movie. Like, I can't think of one that I didn't like.
I suppose James Cameron's got to be in the running.
I don't know. I kind of feel like if you start thinking about the multiple genres, like, Steven Spielberg has basically proven that he can do any genre.
Yeah.
And
but I mean, and Ron Howard's done some good movies too, like big genres.
And then when you start getting into the sheer quantity, you're like,
Alfred Hitchcock.
I mean,
could he put up a claim? If you go back 30 years, he was pretty prolific.
I think for his time, yes, but most of his movies I don't like. Like, I don't like. Yeah.
I was just saying, like, and think about sheer volume. Like, I think Spielberg's made more movies than Cameron, Ridley Scott, Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And he's produced so many good ones too.
All them combined. You know what I mean? So.
It's got to be Spielberg, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
like, really.
Tarantino.
Pull it down.
Tarantino's got to be up there, hasn't he? For what he does.
Oh, I think he's one of the best filmmakers out there, but like that's my opinion because I love the way he does his movies. I love how dialogue heavy they are. I like the way and his surprises that he throws in towards the end of his movies, you know. Like I honestly think one of his best movies is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like, if you really watch that movie and pay attention to what's going on, it's like the ending comes out of nowhere almost. You know, it's like, it's so brutal by the end. It's just like, wow. But it's so dialogue heavy, and I really like the way he wrote that movie.
Stanley Kubrick's got to be a consideration.
But what I mean is that none of these guys even compare to Spielberg, is what I'm saying. As far as sheer volume and multiple genres that they've proven that can actually
I think you're right.
Make a good film, you know.
Rodriguez, we're here under authority of the Colonial Protection Act.
Be an interesting top 10, wouldn't it? Or for a dude game. Be an interesting top 10.
I recommend you withdraw. There's got another drone creeping on you.
I don't think we got him.
In fact, top 10 movies would be a hard one.
There's a chest up here.
Doing your top 10 movies would be hard, wouldn't it?
And what's funny, like, for George, it's like, yeah, Star Wars and Indiana Jones are great, but, like, in Indiana
Jones really is only good because Spielberg was part of it.
It's half Spielberg, but it's like, I really wish that George had made other more other films, because Tucker's a good film. I really like the film about the cars, you know?
That was Lucas?
It's a brilliant... Yeah, I think it's a brilliant film. It's really good. And I'm like, why didn't you make more films? Because you at least give him a chance to be right up there with Spielberg and Kubrick and these other guys, based on more than just one or two franchises, you know?
Yeah. Star Wars might not be as big if he'd have done other films, though. Because basically, he built a whole series of companies around Star Wars, didn't he? And that's why
Yeah,
It
yeah.
kept going, I suppose. So.
And that's kind of true. I mean, because I mean, when you start looking at it, you're like, the number of things that ILM had their fingers on is incredible. So I guess you could say it's like Lucas was always one of those behind the scenes
Pop some
guys.
ammo again.
You know,
Yeah.
he didn't really.
Well, when you think about it,
His fingers from his companies were on so many films.
when you think
That
about
it's
it, nobody, and I was saying this in the nicest possible way, nobody has milked something more than George Lucas.
Yeah.
I mean, my God, what turned out, to be one independent sci-fi movie is now. I mean, he's milked the hell out of it, hasn't he? I'm glad he has, because it's a great world. It's probably well, it's in terms of richness of worlds. I mean, you've got Lord of the Rings is probably
I know.
another
Yeah,
large
you could do
expanse
anything in
of-
the Lord of the Rings. That's amazing what he came up with. Yeah.
But Star Wars
Basically, because
Star
of how
Wars
much background,
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings has with it.
yeah.
He did that whole Silmarillion background
But it's a massive
stuff.
book, isn't it? I mean, it's an absolutely
Oh, yeah.
massive book. I don't know how many pages it is, but it's huge.
Well, and that was only written because it was the backstory for the stories he was actually going to release. you know? And then eventually they put out the Silmarillion because people were like interested in the background. I need life here. I'm gonna
Yeah.
And me.
Ambush.
Well, Rum's got a heal pack
Oh,
you
right,
can
shit.
use.
Oh, yeah.
Grabbing ammo.
Hey, Michael. Hey, Mike. Michael says George Lucas always said he wanted to spend more time doing experimental films.
Rearming.
Oh, now I'm down. Damn it.
Yeah, but you'll come back with more life.
GeForce picked up 2 more 3-in-1 Lego sets for Monkey's Builds. Nice one. Looking forward to seeing those.
Oh, so are we gonna watch the F1 race while you guys build Legos tomorrow, or what are we doing?
Yeah, we were going to do
It's
that.
the
weren't we?
Silverstone race.
How can I practically... I wonder what I can do practically to play the audio or something.
I don't know what you can get away with.
Yeah.
What's copyright and what's not. Like,
I'm going to ponder on that. Brandon says, I think my next sale will be on Wednesday. Oh god, it's convention. Oh, sorry.
Did you break 600, Brandon? I want to know, did you break? You don't have to tell us the amount, but did you break 600?
I think he did.
I just want to hear that he's doing good.
So he's going to be on Wednesday.
This facility is private property.
It's convention season, so I shouldn't
pop your thing again if you can.
Give me time to contact the Home Office for guidance. What the hell's her problem? Does she even want to be rescued?
I'm gonna have to be careful on that and whatnot. It's very easy to, like,
like what we were talking about yesterday. The problem with it is the button on an iPhone to do anything on the iPhone is at the bottom of the screen.
I know. I found that out
And
yesterday.
the bid button is at the bottom of the screen.
I
So
know.
if you pick up your phone, you've accidentally bid on an item.
You do.
Like,
This is true.
It's
Oh, Sonny's back.
it's a really poor design because like you just move your phone or pick it up and you've bid on an item that you didn't even want to bid on. You're like, wait, what am I doing? Oh crap!
Brandon, one thing I was going to ask is, do you set the shipping costs or today? Because the shipping costs are quite high, I have to say. It was $115 on the first item, and it was $5 every other item, which is cool. But I thought $115 seems quite a lot to ship.
That is quite a lot.
Yeah. That seemed. I don't know if that's
like I could
set
ship
by
you
them.
a comic from here for $32.
Yeah,
So
I was thinking it would be like
$115?
$30 or $40. I must admit, but $115 seems a lot for shipping. Maybe they're putting. I mean, there is customs now, which I think is maybe like 20%. So maybe. Oh, I'm dead. Bloody hell.
I'm coming back. That does seem quite high, yeah. Because I could send you a comic from my house for $32.
On what difficulty are you guys playing?
Standard.
Bob, you dying on standard?
I've been dying on standard. I don't get it.
Because I'm using a new character and there's no...
That's what I'm thinking. I've got a level 1 guy, so it might be...
Yeah, we're using new characters.
I've got some perks, but not a lot, you know. But
your weapons should be like with attachment.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. I have all 4-star weapons, and I'm like...
See, and I'm not. I'm using brand new weapons that I just bought.
But you can put attachments in them and already increase their strength. The attachments are actually much stronger than the ranks or stars.
Yeah.
They set the shipping. I'll reach out to you about graded comics and send it independently. Now that I see how much it costs. Yeah, I want to support your business as well, but I also do like the idea of collecting graded comics, definitely. I've got a few already, and the ones I got from you yesterday are nice. I'm glad I got that She-Hulk one. I was tempted to phone you early on in the week and go, fancy selling that She-Hulk, but I'm happy to. I really support what you're doing, Brandon. I want to help your business as well. Anyway,
hold on, John. Don't go too far.
Have you bought the new machine gun yet, Connor?
No, I need the money. I only got like $4 grand. I need 9,600 for the new machine gun.
Okay. You got a low rate of fire, but don't let that fool you. It's the damage per shot is immense.
I just healed myself.
Yeah, I've seen the video.
I just healed myself, and then I got
and it's pretty accurate too.
I healed myself, and then one alien struck me, and I died. How does that work?
Oh no!
Come on.
Behind you. Got 90 seconds, so thank you. Wow. I just don't want you to get boned on shipping. It's a shame the shipping is so high. I don't know why it needs to be so high. I think they're putting a premium on that. I mean, you certainly wouldn't want your stuff to be, you know, to arrive, you know, poorly shipped. But I think they are definitely. Like I would have thought it would have been like.
But see, like it's. Yeah, $30 or $40 would make more sense because
plus, and
like
then
when
maybe
we get stuff.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, sorry. Go on, John.
I was gonna say when we get stuff here in the States, it's generally $5 or $6 for the first item, and then $1 to $1.50 for every item after that. And that to me makes sense. I mean, because when I ship something to somebody from another state, you know, it costs $5 or $6. So, yeah, but when I send something overseas, up to 2 pounds is $32. So it shouldn't be $115. That just seems really high, you know?
And come to the bridge. So that way they're only you got your back against the wall.
Well, I'm hoping that it's including customs. If it arrives and then you have to pay customs fees in the UK as well, and that would be very expensive. So I think customs charges are 20%, I think.
Yeah, maybe that's what they're doing. They're charging some kind of customs fee.
Yeah,
on top
so
of
I
it.
was kind of, I would have thought it would have been maybe $40 plus 20%, so maybe $60.
Book across the bridge.
$60 or $70 shipping maybe seems more like it, but 115.
You can just leave them and get across the bridge.
Oh, alright.
But it was, to be fair, $5 only for the additional items each, so that
Yeah, that makes more sense going overseas, yeah.
Oh. So it's good that there's combined shipping.
Oh, they usually get blown up by the bridge. Like, you don't usually have to attack them. Set up some turrets and stuff here.
Back
here by the bridge.
I totally forgot about turrets. I haven't been setting up any turrets.
Oh. Yeah, that doesn't help.
Or are they going to come from the front of us?
Actually,
yes. Yeah, they're coming from in front.
I forgot about all the extra weapons. If it doesn't, I'll PayPal. You don't have to reimburse me anything, Brandon. Like I say, I'm really, I'm proud, man. I'm proud of you. You feel like you're my little brother, so I'm proud of you setting up your own business.
What I'm curious about, because I want to, I'm thinking about switching my account to a seller account because I got that pile of stuff on the dining room table that I got to get rid of. And I just like how quickly you can get rid of everything, you know, and you know, 1 or 2 sales and I might be able to get rid of all the stuff I have instead of waiting for weeks on eBay. But I am a little curious how much Whatnot takes.
What's their cut? Yeah.
Yeah, what's their cut? 'Cause
G4 says, do you pay for insurance? So that the customs charges they set are based on the value of the items, I believe. So you set the or something like that. Or maybe I've got that backwards.
Yeah, but he could be right. It could be automatically set up to do insurance for something that's over.
Yeah.
Because if you bought a $200 item and they put $200 worth of, I think your standard shipping only comes with $50 worth of insurance.
Right.
So if there's more insurance on a $200 item, it would charge you extra for that insurance.
So that'd be a good experiment. Yeah. So next time, Brandon, I might buy a couple of just normal comics and just see what the shipping is on that. Do a little experiment. Brandon says, Whatnot includes insurance on packages. The insurance coverage runs is 200. Yeah, that's probably what it is then.
Yeah, it's because the insurance will be based on the value of the item.
Yeah, that makes sense, I suppose.
Once you start adding all that up, it can get pretty high when it's going overseas.
Yeah. So you get that reassurance, I suppose, at least.
Rank 2.
But it is an interesting platform, very clever, and it seems to have a lot of people doing it very quickly. So, and they've already automatically.
Yeah, the automatic functions is what I really like. But like right now, there's a ton of deals on there. Like Ghost and I, the last week, got like a ton of stuff for way cheaper than we would have ever got. I mean, I got $100 Battlestar Galactica figures for $20. I got the Emperor and the Kenner baggie that you see selling for 100, 200, sometimes $300 or $400. The mail away Emperor for $25. You know,
Yeah.
so it's like we're getting deals on things that are. If you go to eBay, you're going to spend hundreds of dollars, and we're getting them for $20. You know, and Chris and I cleaned up this last week with a bunch of cool stuff that we got for way cheaper than we ever would have bought,
Yeah,
either in a store or on eBay. You know.
those Clash of the Titans figures were cool. I was actually watching you.
Yeah, I got 2 Clash of the Titans figures. One was 15 and one was 12. Is that what it was?
Yeah, they're like
Something
30
like that?
quid.
So-
They're 30 quid minimum on
Yeah, or
eBay
more.
in the
Yeah,
UK.
yeah, and but that's only gonna last a little while because that's when I first got on Mercari. That's what I was finding. I was finding deals on Mercari that were like way cheaper than eBay. But now, a year later, Mercari and eBay are the same price. Everyone's using Mercari now. So I think like 6 months to a year, everyone will be on Whatnot, and the prices will be the same as eBay. You know, so it's just because a lot of these auctions that we're going with for toys, there's like 8 people in there. There's only 8 people bidding on the toys, and it's like
no wonder that eBay has gotten so expensive. I remember when I used to start with eBay, like 20 years ago. The what they asked for when you did an auction was like maybe 2.5%. But if it exceeded a certain limit, they had some fixed rate. Now they want like up to 11%, and they also put that on the shipping costs. You know, so
yeah, that's ridiculous. You, as a seller, you pay it twice. You pay it on the sale of the item and on the shipping. So you're actually, if something ships for $5, you're not paying $5 shipping as a seller. You're
I'll
paying
be back in a minute.
$7.50.
So they have become complete rip-offs.
Yeah, it's
Cutthroat.
it's really
Just
bad. Yeah.
Cutthroats.
But if you've had an active seller account, like my account started in 2001, and I've been an active seller on eBay since then, so my fee is only like 3%.
Well, I started in
Because I'm
2001 as
grandfathered-
well, but I had a seller
Because I'm
account.
grandfathered in. But have you been actively selling the entire time? I think you have to continually be selling the whole time. Because I got grandfathered in at a 3% fee, and I get like 300 or 400 lists. I think it's like 300 listings every month for free. So, like, my complete, like, last month or 2 months ago when I looked at a bill, the complete charges for everything I sold was just around $15. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like if I sell something for $20, like $18.95 will go into my account. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
I think if you're selling, if you just start a seller account today, you're only going to get like $12 of that $20. You know what I mean? I actually have to get going. I'm gonna run to the store and get groceries and stuff. So,
Oh, okay.
Oh, so I can hop in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
there you go. Get in, Sonny.
Okay, give me a moment. Oh. Might be, maybe Bob can send me an invite.
I think Mark started the group, didn't you?
Oh,
Sonny?
Yeah, I'll send it. Yeah.
Right, I'm back.
So John's popping out and Sonny's gonna pop in.
Cool.
Yeah, Rum, I'm gonna go get some groceries here for us. We don't have any food. So.
Are you getting any cheese or chocolate items?
There will be cheese, I'll tell you that much.
Well, can I just advise you, if you do, they'll go with anything.
Sausages.
Yes. with any meat product.
So you got a safe bet there. Straight to the chocolate aisle, then straight to the cheese aisle. Knock yourself
And
out.
chocolate covered cheese is pretty good.
Chocolate covered cheese. And I'll buy a bag of crickets and send you a bag of
Oh,
undercover
please
crickets.
you go.
don't. Please don't.
Yes, do it. Do it. It'll cost you $10,000 to send it. But...
We'll watch you eat them on a live stream. You have to eat them on a live stream.
Salacious will really like them.
Oh,
so.
the MoNKey-LiZaRD will love them. So yeah.
Yeah.
They've all got their arms up in the air.
So you need money, credits, and experience.
Yeah, I've been trying to get the cards that have like 2 times money and things like that. You know.
Let's do mission 4.2. That's how's it called? The only way. To
only
patrol,
way.
And the second
Yeah.
one. Search. That's the fastest mission. I got plenty of cards. I got you covered. Let's see. How about cards with money and XP?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Alright guys, I'm gonna roll, I'm gonna go get groceries. I'll put you on the phone on the stream and I'll just be in the chat.
Yeah.
See you later, John.
Yep. See you, Sonny.
Oh, we gotta get 30 eggs destroyed.
That's easy. That's included in that.
Oh, we need to do a gift of fire. Complete any of the gift of fire missions. And that's more money. And then eliminate 30 elite synthetics. Okay. Those are all the weekly or daily, whatever you want to call them.
Mystic Ghost has premiered a video today, and we've all missed it because we've been playing. So, if you're in the chat, or if you're rewatching, or if you're on the rewatch, please head over to 1000th Ghost channel and watch his. I think it's a video. It's about collector cards. I think. I don't know which type because Mr. Ghost collects everything, so it could be anything, but. I'm pretty sure I saw a notification pop up on my phone, and it was some collector card series he's got. I used to be obsessed with collecting cards. I could spend days just going through Ghost's card collection.
It'd probably take you years.
Probably would.
I set up a queue.
I will spend the card.
Here we go.
Now officially on search and rescue. Blue team made it through Katanga's last security since, but once they reached the Xeno Hive, they dropped out of radio contact. You're going in to find them.
So I hope everyone's doing well. Michael, Mr. B, Ghosty, Cats. Oh, Mr. Ghost says, what? Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park 2001, Ghostbusters, Home Alone, Jingle All the Way. Oh, have you been buying more 3.75 Kenner cards? Is that what it is? Yeah, we're of that generation where we're sucked in by the 3.75 cards, aren't we? The old, 3.75 figure cards are just that perfect scale, that perfect size, and as soon as you see them, you instantly remember the toy aisles, and all those figures stacked up. Oh no, these are trading cards by Ray Gun Trading Cards. Oh, like tops. Ah. Oh, excuse me. I haven't coughed for a while. It's a good sign. Tunnel's got a fancy red gun. Look at that. Fancy pants.
Yeah.
You're in their house. They could
Oh, behind me. Silly man.
There's gonna be a ton of X in here. Body on the deck.
Rorzaf, you miss Obi-Wan dropping every week. I know, it's great when you have TV series like that. I haven't been watching The Boys. I know that's been dropping. And I haven't been watching Stranger Things either, so
Descansen paz.
there's a couple.
Still two out there.
I haven't done a good binge watch of a show in ages. Ghost says I miss Reva. No way, I don't. Oh god. I quite liked her early on. But yeah,
I liked her when I thought she was going to be an ultimate badass, but then she turned into being a wuss. And
yeah.
In the original script, she was supposed to die.
Yeah, I saw that. Like,
yeah.
And I think the original script was way better than this.
Yeah, it sounded like it was. I saw a video on YouTube about someone was discussing the original script, and I was just like, whoa, this would have been way better.
Yeah, I saw the same thing. The original writer came out, has spoken out, I think. That's why everyone's running that story.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah. You wonder why they tinker sometimes.
Standing in acid, it's like, gotta move.
Clear. Keep moving.
Hey, Fabulous, how you doing? Fabulous tried to do me over again in the old comics, the old comic auction.
That
didn't you, Fabulous? Tried to get one over the old monkey lizard. I saw you trying to outbid the monkey lizard on more than one occasion, I think.
Doors welded. Cut it.
But the monkey lizard wasn't going to have it.
We know Blue Fireteam went this way.
The monkey lizard was decided to take a stand. No, this is not going to happen today.
Busy little creatures.
I will not be beaten by Fabulous Disaster.
New signal. Watch its attacks.
I will take a stand. Fabulous.
Movement on the walls.
Oliver Stone, another good director.
Don't linger in
Oh yeah.
Made a couple of bad ones, but good director.
Yeah.
Kashi.
Yeah.
Somebody take the gear.
I know it's not
Braced
historically.
for launch. Cool. I got a perk.
I know it's not
Yeah, the new
necessarily historically accurate, but I love the film JFK. Amazing conspiracy story.
Oh yeah.
I used to watch that film over and over, which is crazy because it's like a 3.5-hour film, but used to be obsessed with that film. And the other one I like, which is not universally liked, but I think it's absolutely brilliant, is the follow-up he did with oh god, why am I not the Welshman, Hannibal Lecter. What's his name?
Oh.
Red Dragon?
Oh my. God,
No, who's
the actor's name?
and the president's name?
And
Anthony Hopkins. Yeah, and what was the
yes.
Yeah, it's not not LBJ. Nixon. I love Nixon. Great film. Absolutely brilliant film. Have you seen Nixon?
Yeah.
Such a good film.
Although Hannibal Lecter was played by Brian Cox the first time.
Yeah, in Red Dragon. Was it Red Dragon?
Yeah. It had a different name, I think.
No,
But yeah, it was.
No, yeah, it was
Red
a different
Dragon.
name. It was. Was it Manhunter or
Manhunter.
something?
Yeah,
like
Manhunter.
Yeah,
That's
Manhunter.
it. Yeah.
Good film.
That was a good movie too.
Good film.
I
Red Dragon's
like
good.
that.
Oh, Red Dragon's Ridley Scott, isn't it? No, not. Who? Ridley Scott did one of the films in the series. Which one was that? Was it Red Dragon? What's the sequel with? It was a new actress.
Sequel was Hannibal.
Yeah, there was. You
Oh, it's
had,
Hannibal.
Hannibal.
It's called Hannibal. It's called Hannibal.
Yeah.
That's a good sequel. Red Dragon's good. It's got what's his name in? Oh, Edward Norton. And,
Yeah.
Hannibal, yeah. Edward Norton. And Ralph Fiennes.
Ralph Fiennes. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good. He was really good in that.
Keep moving, Fireteam. Flares go across the catwalks. Keep on them.
Michael's this classic 80s director, John Hughes. He did some classic films.
Oh,
didn't he?
yeah.
Good shout. Did some.
Probably one of the best movies is Plane, Trains, and Automobiles or The Great Outdoors.
Yeah.
Those are two of the best ones. I love The Great Outdoors.
The Hannibal series was cool, yeah. Oh, the series with what's his name from Rogue One? Is that the one you mean?
Yeah.
I didn't watch all
That one I
that.
thought was pretty good, but it was also a little too filmed artsy for me. Like
I
the
didn't see
Hannibal
all of it.
series.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't bad, but there was a lot of like long drawn out shots that didn't need to be there, and in my opinion, and
Bust you up. Mads Mikkelsen, that's it.
yeah,
Mads Mikkelsen. Great
that's
actor.
his name. You ever see? Oh man, what's it? There's a movie with him. I think it's like Iceman or Ice something. It's pretty good. Like he's like a contract killer.
Oh no, not seen that. Who was the guy that directed Carrie? Was that Francis? It wasn't Francis Ford Coppola. Who was that? Not John Singleton. Who was it?
Oh, grab your medkit and let's go.
They'd be headed to the core lift next.
Who was it?
Don't worry, it's just a flesh wound.
I'm drawing a blank.
It was one of those guys, you know, in that friendship group of directors, and they're all mates of each other. George Lucas and Spielberg and Coppola. It was one of those guys. Such an amazing friendship group that is. And they're all friends with each other. They all went to school together, didn't they? That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Brian De Palma, another great director. Brian De Palma. You've got Brian De Palma, Francis Ford Coppola, George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, and they're all like best mates of each other. Sure, they all went to film school together or something. He's made some good films with Brian De Palma.
Blue team went that way. Cut it.
I'll cut it.
Xenos, behind! PDT, close. Blue team, sing out!
No, didn't notice that egg.
Heads up, Bob.
Jesus.
Hang on, Molina, we're coming.
Disorientated.
Private Brzezinski. Dios te guarde. Molina's close. Get her home.
Have you seen the miniseries The Offer about the making of Godfather? I don't think I have seen that, no, Mikey. Sounds good though. There's a great documentary about Apocalypse Now called Heart of Darkness. Have you seen that? That's great. Crazy making that film. Crazy film, Apocalypse Now, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. There's a crazy documentary I saw about The Shining called Room 243. Have you seen that? That's the name of that's the correct room number, isn't it? You know the room number with the
I think so.
243. That's the name of the documentary anyway, whatever the number is. And it's basically a documentary, a conspiracy documentary about the fact that The Shining is actually, well, it's two stories. It's not just about the hotel being built on an Indian burial site, but the story within the story is also about the faked moon landings, or the alleged fake moon landings.
Yeah.
And they just point out all the symbology in it that suggests in the crazy conspiracy that the film was actually Stanley Kubrick's apology, or an apology for being involved in a government cover-up.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to grab my crate items. That's funny.
It's the thing with conspiracies, you can read conspiracy into anything, can't you? They go so far in it that they even suggest that the carpet pattern in the carpet where the boy's like cycling down the, you know, in his little unicycle thing, whatever you call it, his little and he's going down the hallway, and he stops, that the the carpet design is in the shape of the NASA launch pad that the Apollo took off from.
Jeez.
And they're like, this isn't by accident, because Stanley Kubrick was meticulous in everything. And then they do overlay the carpet with the launch pad, and it happens to fit, you know.
Of course.
Of course it does, yeah.
Because it fits their narrative. Like,
Yeah.
they want it to fit their narrative.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing with conspiracies, especially ones that have been made into documentaries. It's very easy to make a compelling case, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can literally make the logic fit, you know.
That's it. Let's go.
Yep.
FD, how many his tanks did you order? 2, but one's for Connor. Connor's Connor Fuller's bought one.
I can't back one because that would have to be sent to Australia and they don't ship there.
G-Force is working in the yard. Take it easy, G-Force. Look after yourself, dude.
So I can't back it anyway.
What's that, sorry?
I can't back it anyway because I will be in Australia soon and they don't ship to Australia. I can ship it through third party, but that would get way too expensive then.
I dread to think what shipping to Australia is.
Yeah.
Well, it's not this bad, but if I go through like Fisher's Fast or there's also a British company, that would be, would get too expensive then.
Are you having to like ship a load of stuff out other than what you take on the plane, Sonny, or are you actually leaving stuff at your parents or something?
Oh, I leave a huge pile of shame in Germany for now.
Right.
I will maybe in a couple of years like take a container maybe and bring all the stuff over. I mean they're like easily like 30, 40, more like 40 to 50 cardboard boxes filled with stuff.
Your poor parents are having to store it for you.
Well, there's a huge attic, so there's plenty of room. You can store 1,000 boxes in there. So I piled them up pretty good, so they don't take away that much space. And also, the ceiling's pretty high. One more? Or you wanna...
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Sonny, with the Lancer perk, I just opened up level 3, so I got Particle Wave or Particle Burst. It seems like Particle Wave is a little bit better.
I prefer the Burst, because that's...
The Burst?
It's surrounding you, so anything like, also what's behind you gets affected.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
The other one, the Wave, I think is like a cone, so...
Got it.
I prefer the Burst, or even the Concentrated Beam is still pretty good if you want to like kill bigger enemies with that, like those elites, the Praetorians, because it goes through them, it pierces through their armor. So armor is useless against the that particle beam.
I've just bought a Type
but
99 Incinerate.
Because it damaged pretty good. It doesn't have the range of the blast wave from the Demolisher, but it does way more damage, and it also has some stun effect or something, or staggering effect. I can look what my Lancer got. I can check. It's a good. The particle beam with particle burst, and that's it. I just particle beam with particle burst. But the onslaught, yeah, that's it. That's great. Onslaught. It immediately reloads your weapon, the weapon you're holding. Your movement speed and fire rate is decreased by 20%, but your damage and damage resistance is increased. And your weapons automatically reload after every shot, so it will subtract from your total. And there are perks like Relentless Advance. When Onslaught is active, you no longer lose stacks of Overwatch while moving. That's pretty good. And Unshakable. Onslaught now grants immunity to most stuns, stumbles, and knockdowns, and grants 150 temporary health for its duration. So that's
nice. Yeah.
And Tenacious. Onslaught now lasts 20% longer and grants 5% more weapon damage and damage resistance. So those perks are pretty nice. And there is another really great perk. It's Shake It Off. So 20% of received damage is stored in a recovery pool. After not taking damage for 8 seconds, recover the stored amount as health for over 4 seconds. And Resilience even increases that, so Shake It Off now restores 30% of received damage in a recovery pool.
Yeah.
And after not taking damage for 6 seconds, recover the stored amount as health over 3 seconds. So you regain a part of what you lost, a portion of the health.
Yeah.
And the temporary hit points from Onslaught always come in handy. And the class has really good heavy expertise and a really good heavy mastery. Lancer heavy expertise is increase fire rate and reload speed of heavy weapons by 15%. And Demolisher heavy mastery. Oh no, that's the Demolisher. But there's some good combinations with both.
Yeah.
The Lancer heavy training is you get increased handling, magazine capacity, and max ammo. So that's pretty good too. They got plenty of combinations. But the real winner is, I think, the Gunner. The Gunner has 2 new perks and they rock. He got a perk for his grenade, which is Shrapnel. Your grenade now causes targets to bleed, taking additional 50% of the blast's damage over 10 seconds. So that's tough. So if you deal like 4,000 with a grenade, it's another 2,000 over 10 seconds for the big guys. And for the overclock, it's stopwatch. While overclock is on cooldown, you gain 20% of its unmodified benefits. So you even have something out of overclock when it's on cooldown. That's like, I think it's like 10% reload speed and fire rate on any of your weapons while your overclock is on cooldown.
His is at 12,100 backers, says Ghost. Yeah, it smashed it. Absolutely smashed it. Hopefully it keeps going and we get more free stuff. Inventory. Reaver Saber. That's not going to make it, is it? It's definitely not going to make it.
No one is interested in that thing.
Oh, there you go. FD's ordered 2 if anyone wants to buy one from FD. To be honest, it's still live now, isn't it, FD? So people can go direct, but you should wait until it ends, and it's the way to do it. Getting 2. I kind of wish I'd have done that on previous ones and sold the other ones and covered the cost of the first one. It is 6-inch scale Rorschach, yeah, which is crazy. And it's funny because I don't own any 6-inch Joes, so I'm now basically I'm now collecting 6-inch Joes as well. God damn it. You started. I didn't realize you started.
That's okay. I still have to check for challenge card, which is
the distortions and anomalies Cynthia started are still growing. Something's warming up. We need to know what. Get down there and find out.
Oh.
To be honest, FD, it's still, people can still, you know, it's still going, isn't it? It's still another few weeks, so.
30 seconds. Oh yeah, why not? But that's credit only, but
Absolutely. God, I'd be expecting a reach around, you know, as standard, to be honest.
guess I'll back it and use fishes fast, even though they're expensive to sell.
What time is it? Let's have a little look.
Or maybe I can ask Sean to buy 2 of them, or back 2 of them, and send him the money.
What did you say, Sonny?
About that Copper his, I don't want to use any of those companies, you know, shipping companies. So I wonder if John might back it. He could send him money, and he backs 2 of them.
Do you want one? Is that what you're saying?
I'm thinking of buying one, yeah. But since I have to either send it to Australia or I could back it here in Germany and have it. Yeah, that's maybe an idea. Back it in Germany and then I send it to a friend of mine. That would be something.
Do you have Hasbro Pulse in Germany?
There is Hasbro Pulse in Germany now since this year. It's a bit more expensive though. So well, it's almost on par with Britain. I think you have to pay £300. Is that it?
Yeah, 299. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 349 euros here, so it's like $350. But if you look at pounds, $2, like you also pay more than the Americans for that thing.
Plus, you've got to then get it to Germany, so it's you got your shipping.
I could, leave it with a friend here and pick it up with the rest.
See you later, Mr. B.
Bye, Mr. B.
What are we looking at in here, Doc?
So, pick it up with the rest of my stuff then later, in a couple of years.
Yeah, the shipping's the bugger, isn't it? To be honest, the shipping's the bit that makes it. Because wherever you get it delivered to, it's then got to get shipped to Australia, so... Hey, Greedo! Super John's, FD, they charged you shipping rum. No, it's free shipping. It's £300, plus, but that's free shipping on UK Hasbro Pulse.
Endeavor just
But that wouldn't be free shipping. What I'm saying is that wouldn't be free shipping to Australia, would it? You'd have to work out
They
your
don't
shipping.
ship to Australia anyway,
No.
so I would have to get a some kind of company.
What do you reckon that'd be then?
There is a company in Britain I used once, which like is forwarding shipments to other countries. So, for example, I bought the sartan from Hasselford in UK, and this company shipped it over to Germany. I can't remember their name right now. We would have to look it up.
Rosav says, is your special lady friend in Australia cool with you having a toy collection?
I'm not sure.
Oh, you might want to check.
She hasn't seen it yet.
Oh no. Well, are you shipping it over, or are you leaving that in Germany?
For now, I leave almost everything in Germany because there is no room in our house for that.
Right.
So I have to look for either storage or maybe a bigger house eventually, and then I can bring it over. But at some point I want to have it, I have to leave a lot of things, like my old gaming consoles. There's lots of stuff.
You might want to check her reaction before you buy any more.
Well, she knows about it, but she has no idea about,
how much.
It's not, my stuff is not like, I don't have as much as you guys, so way less items, but still it's quite a bit. So it's all my old, I got some, Masters of the Universe 2000X, got some stuff from McFarlane, but not that much, so like from Sleepy Hollow. Got some Stan Winston figures. What else? Some Star Wars. Motu Origins. The Construct stuff. Some NECA figures. But not that many. But...
Well, sounds like you've got enough for her to take an opinion on. So you're going to find out one way or the other eventually. Maybe you'll have to get it like a little bit, like don't get it all shipped over in one go. Like introduce.
No, I have to because I would
get a little.
Expensive to do.
Yeah. Imagine all that turning up. She's like, where are you putting that, Sonny?
But she's more concerned not about the hobby, but if I would just stay in the man cave the whole day and not spending time with her. That's more her concern than the actual items.
Wait until she starts seeing you once you've moved over there and you start playing Aliens with your YouTube friends.
Not for a while, so depends on how fast I can get a PS5. I won't buy a PS4 over there. That's would be wasted.
You're not taking your PlayStation over?
No.
What?
There was there here.
I'd put that in your backpack.
There's no room anymore for that.
PlayStation would be the first thing I'd take.
Also, I have like 2 cardboard boxes full of games. My PlayStation 3 is also staying here.
Well, you don't need that, because you can just play those on your PlayStation 4. Can't you? Yeah, there's a bit of shock in the chat that you're not taking your PlayStation. That seems crazy.
Oh, that's up. Oh well, there are worse things than not having a PlayStation. Oh yeah, that's also a cool perk. Got a perk where if I activate overclock, you also have the 50% increased reload speed.
Rosav says, to be fair, there isn't going to be any time for Sonny gaming.
Oh yeah, for the first for the first month, definitely,
Just
because
gonna be a shag
I am not even allowed to leave the house without her. She said. Oh, there's the hidden cache.
You are gonna look after a month. You are gonna look gaunt. You're just gonna be shagging.
Did you take the cache?
Non-stop. No, where's the cash?
So shaggy.
You're just gonna. She is gonna see as she will suck you dry. You'll be gaunt. You'll be absolutely
Jesus.
gaunt. You'll look malnourished after a month.
Oh,
Oh, where's the bloody crate?
did you
Followed
see it?
you. Followed you, and you've taken me the way.
No. You went the right direction.
He will, Brandon. He will look shriveled up. He'll look like a raisin. He'll have all the. He'll have all of the liquid sucked out of him.
Somebody take the gear.
He's going to be all shriveled up due to lack of fluids. Exactly. He'll look like a raisin, a walking raisin.
Unbelievable.
Is the tunnel still with us? Can't hear you, tunnel.
And also have to find a new job. That's the most important. And I have to like get along with everything.
Gigolo.
I think that she wouldn't be very happy with that. Also, I don't know if I would qualify for a gigolo.
You are going to do so much shagging in the first month. Your balls will ache. You'll have. You won't be able to take it anymore.
Get a visual before gone. I saw no evidence of xenomorph physiology.
Yeah, the wiener will lie on the ground, glowing.
Yeah,
Obese.
swollen. You'll have a swollen dick and aching balls. God, do you remember those days? It's been a while. Yeah, a reverse blue ball. Yeah. Just gonna pump you dry. We'll all be thinking about you, Sonny. I'm totally jealous.
What? Totally jealous? Why?
Why? Because you'll be shagging you'll be shagging everywhere. You'll shag in every room in the house. Well, you got to, haven't you? But we haven't shagged. We haven't shagged. I was going to say what's her name, but I won't ask what her name is. We haven't shagged in the kitchen yet.
Nah, I wouldn't shag in the kitchen.
Of course you would. You got to. You got to shag in every room of the house, haven't you? You got to.
It's not really comfortable in our kitchen.
What? Just get on with it.
Well, we got 3 bedrooms. I think that's enough.
Well, there you go. You got to shag in every one of them rooms at least, and the bathroom.
Oh well, and there's a big shower too.
And on the stairs.
Unusual power signature nearby, similar to emissions within the anomaly. Might you set up a
Yeah, it's Tunnel on mute. We can't hear you, Tunnel.
What a
Tunnel's
Oh,
gone.
sorry. Yeah, I'm back.
structure on the
What topic?
What was the... I was saying you got to break in every room.
Exactly. There you go. See, Sonny, it's not just me. You'll have to. You're gonna make sure you at least come online and tell us about it.
About the shagging?
Yeah.
Private. That's private.
We've forgotten what it's like. We want to know the details.
We need the deets.
We do.
No.
Oh, come on.
The gentleman enjoys to keep silent.
It's
You know
only
that.
fair. It's only fair. You got
Gentleman enjoys to keep silent about
if
it.
you ain't gonna tell your friends about it, you're gonna tell.
No.
She'll understand.
No, that she definitely
Near the
won't.
end of the layout as to earth, the squishy thing in that room.
I'd rather go with the motor or toy collection then.
But Sonny, we need this. We need this. Don't we, Tunnel?
Stand by.
Yes.
We need it. Come on.
Well, then get a girlfriend yourself.
Listen.
It's
You
easier to hear the stories.
Yeah. You know us, Sonny. Also, at this point, I am. It's not possible. I've had long-term relationships. I'm past the point of being domesticated. I'm kind of past the point of I couldn't.
You're feral.
I am. I couldn't comply. I couldn't comply. I just couldn't comply. That day's passed.
You're like a feral animal.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, I could say the same. I mean, I have been like that domestic almost my whole life. So the longest relationship I had before was like 3 months. Or
Oh,
maybe
I've had a
bit
couple.
more.
I've had a couple of. Could have been basically marriages, really. But yeah, the thought of now having to think of somebody else, to consider someone else's feelings. I'm too comfortable. I'm too comfortable. Like. Well, I didn't stop me being naked a lot of the time before, to be honest. So I was going to say being naked, that's probably not really the deal breaker. I've always been naked, really. I like throwing my pants on the floor. I like walking into my room and knowing there's pants on the floor and knowing there isn't somebody going to tell me why you got pants on the floor. But well, because I put them on the floor. Are you going to move them? No. I quite like them being on the floor. Is there a problem with me having them on the floor? Well, yeah, they're not supposed to be on the floor. Well, who said they're supposed to be anywhere?
You're having an argument for no reason.
Who said they're supposed to be anywhere? Like, why have they got to be in the place you want them to be in? I want them to be on the floor.
That's how you recognize Bob's home. The hallways paved in underpants.
No, they don't stay there for very long. I mean, you know, but
Underpants and socks.
But at the time they're there, that's where I want them to be.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I totally agree with you there, Rum.
You know.
Underpants and monkey socks.
I think the point kind of being, like, you have to consider other people, don't you? And, you
Shall
know,
we set up stage over here?
that's a chore.
Yeah, we could do that.
Get prepared. Bob, get over here.
Where are you?
Check this out. You see this? Sentry deployed.
Get over there. Up there where the tunnel is.
Yeah.
Activate the console. The beacon. Or scanner here. Scanner.
Hey, check this.
And here we go. Signal's closing. Drone closing.
You had a 6-year as well. You've had a 6-year, Brandon. Yeah, I've had a couple of big ones. 7 or 8 years twice. Michael says bugger than Salacious Rum. Yeah, exactly. You know. I don't know. Hey Gerard, how you doing? Whoa, where are they coming? Coming down the ceiling.
Yeah.
Crazy xenomorphs.
Going for ammo. Come on.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, Sonny, as well. You know, you want to prolong the shagathon as long as you can. You want to get a good few months out of that, out of the, you know, the welcome.
You have ideas.
Don't let us suck all the life out of you, though.
Oh.
Also, you've got to take a little bit of a stand, haven't you? I mean, you know, what happens if you want to play Aliens? And she says no. And you're like, what the hell? I want to play Aliens. So, well, I don't expect my husband to be playing Aliens. It's like, well, no aliens, no dick. You want the dick? You want the dick? I want the PlayStation. Fair
So I should
compromise?
blackmail her. I
Fair
should
compromise?
reverse blackmail her with sex.
Fair compromise? That's what I mean. You give her so much dick, she's like, oh, this dick's so good. I'm gonna have to compromise on something.
Holy hell.
Rawzov says he's been married 27 years. Send help.
Send help.
I believe I have deciphered the controls. Try farthest left, lower right bottom.
Brandon's waiting for a package to be delivered. What have you got coming, Brandon? He's like a little dog waiting for a package to be delivered. What's coming?
That's a ship.
27 years, Rawzov. Bloody hell.
Is the source of the
She must be a keeper. 27 years. 13 graded comics. Oh! And I've just bought some graded comics from you. What have you... Are you going to be selling a load more graded comics?
We've got to secure that alien ship. Shit's
I could get into the whole graded comic collecting thing. I think. 27 years. I'll do a live stream opening. Very good. 27 years. 27 years of servitude.
Servitude, that's harsh.
Nah, he's still well. He's still well. I'm only joking. That's grand. Brandon says Rawzov's been married longer than I've been alive. Bless him.
In Germany we say, like, wives are like tornadoes.
Oh.
Starts with blowing and afterwards your house and your car is gone.
Dear Lord. But fair play, Sonny. It won't be long. It won't be long until you are literally shagging all the time. Just non-stop shagging. Be like shagging night every night for until she gets bored.
Oh, that finishes the daily for that one.
Extra money. Extra
See what
credits.
trophies there are.
Yeah.
Any trophies that we've not got? So what I've not got. You've got more than me, I think.